Hi everyone, it's Claire from ScrappyNerdUK and welcome to the next video in my December daily for 2021. Sorry I've been a little MIA. I had been on holiday and then got the dreaded COVID on the way back. So yeah, I've just been recovering from that, but I'm super excited to be bringing the next lot of December daily videos. So I'm working hard in terms of trying to get this album finished off. So this is day number 14 and I'm working on the back of this tag. And I was going to leave the tag originally, but actually I'm going to put my journaling there. So I'm just showing you how I managed to print onto pattern paper. So I added a text box the size that I needed. I made sure I added a border around so I knew exactly the print area. I printed that out on my printer, and then what I did was I added some pattern paper on top to make sure I knew where exactly to cover the print area, so I knew where it was going to be. And then I then put that paper back, so I taped down my pattern paper on top of my printed page, and then I run that back through the printer, just taking the border off because I didn't want the border to print as well. And that is how I print on journal cards and pattern paper. So I encourage you to give it a go if you've never tried to print on top of pattern paper or journal cards before. It's super simple in order to do that. I think I have one of my other videos that actually shows you an example of me doing that, but it is that simple. You just add a text box the size you need with a border, print it out, put your pattern paper on top using the border as a guide, and then put that same piece back through the printer just without the border, and then it will print on your journal card or your pattern paper, and there we have it. So yeah, as I said, I was originally going to use this this banner, whatever it's called, in my album, and it was actually included as part of this album. It's a Simple Stories album and it had a few inserts, but I decided that actually, because I didn't want to add another tag or anything like that for my journaling. I thought I would just go ahead and add my journaling onto the back of the card. The sentiment itself didn't really work because this photograph is all about Christmas baking that I did on this day. So once I've added my journaling, I've actually offset the journaling, the 3 points. So I'd made 3 different things in this baking session, and I'd made sure I'd offset my journaling over to one side so I could add something as a little bullet point. And I chose to use the puffy stickers from, I think it was from Busy Sidewalks, which was last year's crepe paper collection, I think. So I'd already printed my large photo onto acetate. One of my favourite things to do is to print onto acetate, but it's always important to make sure that there's something light behind it, because otherwise you won't really see the photo. So if you put this over a dark pattern paper, then the photograph itself will be lost. So what I decided to do was, behind it, rather than just having a blank pattern or a blank piece of paper, I actually included the recipe for one of the items that I made. And it's great because then when I look back through this album in years to come, I'll be reminded that I made the most amazing Biscoff Rocky Road. And if you're a fan of Biscoff or Lotus biscuits, then you will absolutely love this. It is very sickly and it's delicious. So I'm glad that I'm going to include this in my album, and it's nice to have something else other than photos and journaling to be included as well. So I just used a template on Canva to create the recipe, the recipe card as it were, and then I just added some pattern paper onto the top here, just to jazz it up a bit. So with this, it kind of then it ties in with where my journaling is, because I've used the same pattern paper on that as well. So these spreads all will then go together, and I just add on a really simple I think these are chipboard from the Oh What Fun collection from Pink Fresh Studio, which was last year's collection, I think. So I'm going to add that on, and then actually the adhesive has really just disappeared on these, so I'm just adding some more adhesive, and more so because it's chipboard, and then just pop that on the top there, the colours work really well with that pattern paper for that little piece of chipboard as well. So I'm really pleased with how that looks. I'll also try and link the recipe down below for you as well if you are interested in the recipe where I found it. And then the last couple of things that I need to do on here. So I need to add my number on. So this is day number 14. And I bought these fairly recently. These are from Crafterly, and they are the 5.5 centimetre numbers. And I've been looking for the larger numbers, and I bought these a few weeks, well, I purchased them quite a while ago, 6 weeks ago, maybe 5 weeks ago, but they turned up a couple of weeks ago, so I am going to make use of them whilst I have them. And I thought, again, just to make everything tie in together, I'm going to use the same pattern paper that I've used for the journaling and also at the top of my recipe, and I'm just going to cut those out of these numbers. So this is the first time I'm trying it. I'm actually really pleased with these numbers. So they shall feature in my 2022 album for sure, and maybe later in my 2021 album, who knows. So I'm just deciding on placement, and I kind of don't want to put them in. I think they look really good in the middle, but I don't want to put them in the middle to detract from my photo because it is on acetate. So it is already, I wouldn't want to say slightly more difficult to see, but obviously it's not printed on a solid photo paper. So I want to try and keep the distractions away. And so I've just popped them down into the bottom right hand corner, and then I decide that I also want another embellishment just to go along with it. Oh, this is where I come in with I go back to the chipboard stickers, and I decide just to add a little tab onto my little journaling card that's in there, and that card was already decorated as part of my foundation pages, so that's why it's already been pre-done. And so I add that on, and because I don't want it falling off over time, I've just used a staple to a couple of staples to attach it on. And then this is where I want just one more embellishment to add on to the numbers. So I pulled out the puffy stickers. So this collection is the Rosie Studio Twinkle All the Way from last year, and I just used those little puffy word stickers, and I love them. So next up, I do want something to be able to grab onto to turn the page. So rather than having to touch the acetate with potentially wet or messy fingers, or inky fingers, then I wanted to put a tab on there. So I pulled out my Avery tabs, and I popped one of the smaller ones on. And then I do something that I've never done before. So normally I'll stamp on the little label and pop it in, or I will pop a sticker on the label and pop it in. But actually, I thought, I wonder if a puffy sticker would fit in there. So I've just pulled out the same little word phrase stickers. I'm sorry, this is off camera. What I do is I take the adhesive off the back just using my little powder tool. And then I pop it in, and this is the layout complete. So thank you very much for joining me for today. I've got loads of videos coming up for you this month, so stay tuned. Loads more December daily, and some super exciting a super exciting collab with Rosie Studio as well. So yeah, stay right where you are. I've got a couple more videos that will be linked on screen for you at the end of this video. And if you've enjoyed this video, as always, if you wouldn't mind giving it a like, any comments, please leave them down below, and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye now.